Well, in any case, let's talk about something really important that's happening.
Yeah,
especially
so
today.
it's so interesting we had that package play because it was all about some great photography, some great shots. But did you know today was World Photography Day? Not International Photography
And
Day.
she said that in her promo voice. World Photography Day is to create awareness, share ideas, and also encourage individuals in the field. Now, the origins of the day lie in the invention of the, what's it called again?
Daguerreotype.
That thing.
Yes.
It's a photographic process developed by Frenchman Louis
Daguerre.
There you go. And also Joseph Nishpour, I think. That was in 1837.
No, 1837.
1837.
Yes.
It was very interesting. So
that's how they used to develop pictures, you know, with the chemicals and the liquid and the dark room and all that. Yeah. So since then, you know, it's been really great photography happening. And in the spirit of World Photography Day, we have Idoreyin Ekpa here. He's a creative director, CEO. Weshotit Photography.
I like that.
Now, it's an award-winning photography brand, and it's a pleasure having you here.
Idoreyin.
Thank you so much.
Welcome, and thanks for bringing your afro.
Wow. Afro gang.
Slightly bigger than his.
Do you have to pay extra luggage when you travel? For the afro?
No.
I mean, sometimes it's not that heavy.
Good to have you here. I find it very unique the way you look because you have to have something to take a picture of, and that's a great start, actually.
Taking a picture.
Mostly, I mean, artists always have something extra.
Exactly.
You know, Wala Shenka and everybody.
See?
Have something extra.
So, but talking about heavy luggage, some of those equipment that photographers are using these days, they are heavy equipment. There's lights, there's tubes, there's meters, there's lenses, there's all sorts. It feels like photography has moved in leaps and bounds. Talk to us about how you're celebrating World Photography Day.
Oh, well, I'm here today to talk about, you know, the importance of photographers. And, yeah, we're really important because we virtually tell all the stories that, you know, people wouldn't have known except they were there at that time. So we freeze that moment and we let everybody know that, okay, this happened. And so celebrating all around the country, we have photo walks. Okay, that's where people just get their phones and their cameras and just take a walk through the city, taking pictures. And it's happening in so many states.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, it's happening in so many states, and that's how they are celebrating it, actually.
Wow.
Okay,
That's very interesting.
so Mazino has traveled, is so well traveled across Nigeria.
True.
What do you think are the most iconic places to photograph in the country?
Oh, there are so many places, especially where I grew up in Cross River State.
Oh, nice.
You know, so you go to Kwafo, so Budu.
Nice.
And then we still have places not too far away. You can go to Idoreyin Hills. It's a really nice place.
That's on my list. I've been there twice before, but
Yeah.
the next time I get out of town during the weekend, it's Idoreyin, actually.
Really?
It's a very beautiful place. You are right, especially when you're standing on the hill and taking a picture of Idoreyin. That's the town from under. It's so beautiful. And the culture, oh my God, some of the best pictures I've actually taken are from Idoreyin Hills. There was this picture I took of this very little girl. People actually live on the hill. There's an entire settlement on there.
Wow.
This little girl holding a sippy cup. And I was like, did I take this?
Aww.
It's so beautiful. But what can people do with all the pictures that they take these days? And we have them domiciled in our phones. If we're celebrating World Photography Day and I have all these pictures in my phones, what can I do with it?
It depends on the kind of pictures you have in your phones. I mean, if you have pictures that are just selfies.
No, that's so very selfish people with selfies, you know.
Then it's going to end up on Facebook only.
Exactly.
Yeah, but if you have pictures that are art, then you can sell them. You can, you know, put them up on galleries. And nowadays, you can make NFTs, right?
Oh, he's speaking my language.
Yeah, so
NFTs, is that what they're called?
Non-fungible tokens.
exactly. So you can convert your pictures to NFTs and sell them for a lot. So yeah, a lot can be done with photography these days.
Okay. Now, World Photography Day, what's the purpose for? What's the larger meaning now is what I would really like to know. What does it convey? What's the spirit behind it?
Yeah.
I mean, photography right now is, I mean, I'm really happy the journey he has taken. Like he talked about when it used to be done on, you know, copper, you know, to when we had film, and now we have digital photography. Yeah. It now makes things really, really easy, you know, for people. And I I don't know, the spirit, it's now a, how will I put it? It has become a high-ticket skill.
Yeah.
Right? It didn't used to be that way before.
But you see, here's the thing. Now, you call it a skill, but everybody with a camera phone fancies themselves a great photographer. I think I'm a great photographer, but I can't compare that to what you do as a professional photographer. But I still want to be part of, this whole celebration and all of that. So to me as an individual, how can I be a part of this big theme that's going on as World Photography Day? If you get what I mean. Is there anything special to be a photographer? Do I need a license or a certificate to call myself a photographer and celebrate with?
I mean, you don't need to be a photographer, and that is a message I've been sending. I actually did an event called the Smartphone Photo Carnival. Okay, and this event was, just to make everybody come out with their smartphone and take pictures. Creative pictures and post it online and all. And that was to show that as long as you have a smartphone or any sort of camera right now, you are a photographer, not a professional photographer, though. You don't need a license to be a professional photographer. That one is about your creativity and your sight.
I'm taking a look at some of your pictures. Man,
Yes,
are these pictures or are they paintings? They look unreal, man.
Yeah.
These are actual pictures of people, yes?
Yes, the actual pictures.
Wow.
Spiced up with a little bit of graphics, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. That is incredible. What's the theme for this year?
So the theme is pandemic through the lens.
Pandemic
right?
lockdown.
Pandemic lockdown through the lens, right? And I can only imagine the kind of beautiful pictures that were taken
Or inspired from.
Inspired by, rather.
That was a beautiful one that just got by.
There were a lot of places that were suddenly empty of people that would be easier to photograph during the lockdown.
What did the lockdown do for you as a photographer? Were you inspired by it?
Inspired by it? I mean, it didn't do that much for me because I couldn't go places, right? Take, for instance, every year I usually go to the US for summer, do some photography there. But since 2020, I've not been able to travel, and now it's gotten more difficult. So I don't think the lockdown did too much for us. But on the good side, it kept everybody on their phones. And some of us who had pages on Instagram got more followers, got more views per day.
Interesting.
So I think that's what it did for us on the positive side.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, perhaps maybe you are one of those people who are a bathroom photographer or in-house or whatever you want to call them, photographer guerrilla. I think you can also celebrate along with Idoreyin here and the rest of photographers across the world. I think it's a day that is set aside for photography. So, hey, celebrate on. I think I'm going to go into my archives and see how much of those pictures I've taken across Nigeria and perhaps maybe also celebrate as well. But thank you very much for coming over. Thank you for sharing this day with us as a professional, one professional photographer to
an amateur. Amateur photographer.
Remember, it's everybody that's being celebrated, not just the still photographers, but the motion picture photographers as well. So those behind the cameras, even here in the studio. Today is your day, guys.
Yes, indeed. You heard it, guys. It's our day!
Yes, it
Yay! Aji, everybody!
Okay, so while he's celebrating everyone here, we're going to be celebrating with you after the break. Stay with us.